Before we start this video, I just want to say this video was highly inspired by Real One Rev, who quickly made the HYP Iceberg. You should totally go check him out, and I'll at him in the description or some shit like that. Alright, so today we're going to be covering Iceberg for one of the most known FMCBBs, I would say, in the CBB community. That being FB. Two characters go head-to-head in a beatbox battle, just like CBB. Anyways, we're going to be covering the Iceberg for this series, and we're going to dive deep into some of the, facts known about this series that maybe weren't even shown to the public before. FBF is an FMCB. One isn't even that much big of a deal. I'm pretty sure if you know what FBF is, you'll know. Donald and Mordecai beatbox round one. Pretty sure this is just referring to how Donald and Mordecai have some of the most popular round ones. Nothing else. Donald twerking, Donald versus Rem. This refers to how in Rem versus Donald, there is a scene where Hap introduces Donald to the audience for his round 2, and after that he says he needs to prep up, proceeding to twerk. This the scene will now play on screen so you can see it in its utter glory. Alright, bro. And this is basically a reference to Free Big Guys, lol. Free Big Guys! Extra round. Extra rounds are a form of rounds that happen after basically more of FBF round ones. These are more rounds that shows other matchups that will happen, and there will be 4 of these. The third one has been teased on Super Hatman 15.xm's community post, which I'll show a screenshot. Chica versus Nana. Yeah, bro, pretty epic for me. Show has lore. Episode 10, after Rem's performance, Donald apologizes to Rem for roasting her and kind of insulting her in a mean way. Hap says that he's also sorry for patronizing Donald to do that because the producer. Now, we don't know who this producer is, but Hap also teased in a stream that this producer will dive into the lore of FBF. So in a later episode called episode 8.5, we'll see who this producer is, and maybe we'll start seeing more of the lore of FBF, which this refers to. Remastered Plus. Now, Remastered Pluses were made to basically not make another remaster, but still make another remaster, lol. The first one was Donald, which is the character I'm playing the second round footage of right now, and his Remastered Plus was very good, which led to more Remastered Pluses in the future, and I'm pretty sure there's still more to come, so watch out. Additional VA. Pretty sure this is just referring to how FBF for some episodes got VAs, like Hydra animates as Finn, Gary as Gumbo, Moxie as Mordecai, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is what it's referring to. Tier list. This is just referring to how Hap made a tier list for FBF, and a lot of people use it to rank their opinions from the Beatbox post. Basically, this just means that Hap does a lot of shit posts and jokes about FBF in his vids. Tiger versus Doofenshmirtz. Basically, this is just talking about the extra round and potential round 2s for it. Tiger won against Rika, and one of the upcoming extra round battles will be Dr. Doofenshmirtz versus Mr. Crocker. Most people are rooting for Doofenshmirtz, which means if he does move on, he'll go against Tiger. This has been joked about a lot in Hap streams when Gary, and Tiger versus Doof has been joked about by a lot of fans, and it seems like a lot of fans want to see it. Episodes were out of order. Yeah, bro, that was so out of order. Basically, this is referring to how episode 4 got skipped because our voice actor was taking quite a while, which Hap skipped to episode 5, Panty versus Darkness. Panty's round 2 episode was also skipped too, as Hap wanted to start round 2s early because Moxie suggested he should. Zach originally won against Donald. Basically, this is referring to how in the original episode, not the remastered episode that has my life be like, basically Zach won the original votes against Donald, but Donald ended up moving on because of the remastered episode's results, and Hap lost the straw poll voting. Voting for episodes by using community tabs. Original voting for most of the FBF episodes were using community polls. Basically, the community polls would have who won episode 6, for example, and the options would be stalking and a kidnap, and you would have to vote on who for what. This was later changed to Google Forms, as a lot of people were doing Google Forms. Hap changed these for the round 2s, as he thought these would be more suspenseful. Anyways, with that being said, let's get on to stage 2. Rika round 1 is always. Now, this isn't a fact, but this is most people's opinions on regarding to FBF. That Rika round 1 is always F tier or some crap like that. Now, I do agree, but some people do unironically enjoy Rika 1. And for those people, you're not okay. Logi in FBF. Basically, this scene is referring to at the end of Donald's performance, which I'm showing on screen right now. Loggy hands Donald the chicken nugget. He is from a series called Burger Brawl, which is made by Gary, and this scene was also animated by Gary, which is pretty cool. By the way, go check out Burger Brawl. Just search up Gary, and I'm sure you'll find. For the basketball, now this can be taken very dark, but at the end of FBF 1 Remastered, someone throws a basketball at Hap, and he just falls to the ground, basically. Now, we do not know who threw this basketball, but this is considered as a joke. But to be honest, knowing that FBF has lore, I'm pretty sure there's more to this than someone jokingly throwing a basketball at the end of the episode. This might be a very dark hint at something, but we'll just have to see. Someone's gonna say that Donald had a small cock. This is referring to episode 10 when Rem calls Donald a small cock, but originally, according to this, she was gonna say that he has a small cock, which would have not been very, appropriate, because that is implying that Rem has seen it, and I don't know what she would have done to see it. A memeable quote. It's like in HYB, Hap is known to have memeable quotes in FBF. They include "My life be like," which was famously said by Donald, and many. Zack versus Finn. So this could be relating to two things. One, that in Finn versus Darkness, Finn and Zack have a slight short conversation which quickly turns into an argument, or that most people think the LR finale will be Zack versus Tariq's reanimation of Donald round 2. This is just referring to at the end of Donald's beatbox, Donald does a little dance and gets out the thingy. You know what Gary animated? Tariq reanimated it, and now I'll show the reanimated version on screen. Mordecai versus Gumball. Zack versus Finn. This can refer to two things: that in the intro, Mordecai versus Gumball is showed heavily, and also that Hap confirmed around 3 layouts, and that Mordecai will be going against Gumball or Aqua. So Mordecai versus Gumball is definitely a possibility for round. Hap drowning. This is basically one of Stalking's visuals in episode 6, basically because the kid that likes tea, blah blah blah. There's not much context to this scene. Character frames are not full, but this is referring to that most characters look like their full bodies, but with the cropped out things, it's easy to assume that they have drawn on legs, but some of the characters were drawn on with their chest just being cut out and put at the back of the bottom of the Kino Master background to make it look like their full bodies. Now, this doesn't go for all characters, but for some, it's actually really weird to think this because it looks like they have legs, and they don't, because this is like a Kino Master thing, putting it at the bottom. Songs they've remixed. We see FBF is gonna have remix songs. With that, stage 2 is done, so let's head on to stage 4. Donald and Zack's original round. Now, the current version of Donald versus Zack that is currently up on Hap's channel was not the original version. These were remade beatboxes because Hap did not like the original and decided to delete it. Plus, he lost the voting, and Zack was originally meant to win, but Donald ended up winning because of the remastered voting, and it was just more fair, considering he used community posts and shit like that. Moxie voices Zack and FB. Really a big deal, you know this. All I can really note here is that Zack's voice actor got changed because Hap didn't want to voice him anymore and Moxie got the role. Donald's round 1 was originally Beat. Now, this is very funny because, I don't think Beat It fits Donald as a character, to be honest. And this song was later used as Gary's round 1 in HYB, which I'm playing footage from right now, so yeah. Won by revotes, this is something I've already stated. The pipe. In episode 9, after Donald gets, absolutely, oh my god, look at him. Hap proceeds to send all of the round 1 losers into the pipe. Basically, the pipe splits all of these round 1 losers into different areas where they get paired up into, which the pairs form into of the LR match. Will not be a season 2 of FBF. It's confirmed many times that a season 2 in FBF won't happen because there's already going to be too much content in the season. Mordecai round 2. I don't know what this particularly means, but Moxie did mention that there was a build of Mordecai 2 that was not used in the final version, so maybe it's referring to that, but I don't know. Wide Hat Man. Amelia versus Aqua. I went back to watch the whole episode of Aqua versus Amelia, and I still do not know what this means. So Big G cameo. This basically means that and Gumball versus Doraemon. Big G made it. Anyways, after a while, let's head on to stage 4. versus Mario and Shadow versus Mewtwo. Covering 2 in 1 go. Let's go. We're scrapped FBF matches. There were a lot of changes before the final 8 were decided, but these two were originally gonna happen. Shadow vs Mewtwo was scrapped because this is too much of a mediocre idea in Hap's opinion, and it was very unoriginal. Mickey vs Mario was scrapped for unknown reason. Fake leak. BF is known for having fake leaks. Even Hat posts a lot of fake leaks to Original round 2 match. Most likely referring to the fact that the original round 2 layout was going to be episode 9 Panty vs Mordecai, episode 10 Stalking versus the winner of episode 8, episode 11 Rem versus Donald, and episode 12 Donald versus Rem. But this later got changed to episode 9 Mordecai versus Panty, episode 10 Donald versus Rem, episode 11 Gumball versus Aqua, and episode 12 being Stalking versus episode 8's winner. Use around location. I don't know what this means, especially since Darkness versus Finn and Megamine versus Zack both have different locations for the battle to take place. Landslides. Mordecai versus Panty is all I have to say. FBF competitors CBB cover. Now, I would show screenshots, but most of these covers aren't public anymore. Hap used to cover CBB beatboxes, and he would usually cover them with FBF contestants like Tiger, Rem, and Donald. In fact, we're a parody of Patrick versus Pennywise, Pennywise being Rem, and Patrick being Donald, which was later FBF match. Round 2 was gonna be Freaky Friday. Just saying that Freaky Friday was meant to be the original parody song for Panty 2, but it ended up being Worth It. And personally, I think this was changed because Worth It fits Panty more. That done, my friends. Stage 5 folder. BFG was a show created by Hap when he was kinda in his cringe era of his channel. An object show created by him that is mostly nowadays looked as a thing to bully Hap, to be honest. But BFG gets a small little cameo in FBF when Panty gets teleported to the folder, which the characters get sucked into to compete in BFG. BF is connected to Hatman and Donald. Donald's practice beatbox full version, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what it is. Just like OG version, basically the before the remastered character voting icons, which means the characters got voting icons. The FBF takes place after HYB Theory, I don't know. Considering Badger appears in Stalking versus Echidna, and Badger would be on the sun if it takes place after. Rem round 2 original. Rem had a version that was used before the final one. Probably had some difference to the lyrics as seen before. So fan-made FBF season 2. I know what this is referring to, and the last Hap has been confirmed that BFG is related to FBF in some sort of way. So maybe this. Yeah, that was the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you want me to do more Iceberg videos like this, I really enjoyed making this one. So yeah, bye guys.